In this lecture, we will investigate the impact of film and TV shoots on tourism and its implication in terms of sustainability. Over the last 20 years, the relationship between film and television industries and hosting areas has become a key topic in scientific research and press. Local governments have begun to consider the audiovisual industry as a strategic development partner, providing free logistics services, public financing, and supporting infrastructure. Filming generates a direct, indirect, and induced economic impact on the hosting areas. Benefits include new employment, higher tax revenues, development of audiovisual-specific skill set, etc. The tourism sector may take advantage from this business too. Hosting shoots may generate new or greater incoming tourism thanks to the unusual promotion provided by film and TV series. In recent years, tourist offices have introduced many initiatives in order to stimulate the so-called film-induced tourism. These initiatives include A. Signals indicating that a production has been shot in a given place. B. Dedicated tourist trails or movie tours taken in one or more film and TV locations. C. Paper and digital movie maps and dedicated apps for tourists to find their way around these locations. D. Sometimes commemorative status if the hosted film and TV series has acquired a cult status. All these tools invite viewers to become tourists, to visit a destination, maybe for a selfie to post on social media. On a simpler level, these initiatives allow tourists who are unaware about the hosted film and TV series to attribute an additional value to the places they are visiting. For about 20 years, it has been taken for granted that the audiovisual sector generates benefits for the hosting areas and stimulates tourism. But this is not necessarily a win-win relationship. Filming, for instance, may use the area in a way that harms the environment, and is felt as invasive by the residents. Sustainability is also a key concept for film-induced tourism too, which is often spontaneous, unexpected, and hard to manage. The visitor flow can be massive immediately after the films are released in theaters or TV series are aired, before evaporating as quickly as it appeared. This leads to areas being exploited intensively and in an ill-managed fashion, rather than adding to their cultural or economic value. However, the problems related to film-induced tourism concern not only economic and environmental sustainability, but also the so-called cultural sustainability. Sometimes the images that films and television series portray are not well perceived locally, and do not respect local culture and identity, hurting local people's pride. Moreover, some communities could not be able to manage an unusual notoriety and to welcome mass tourism. In other words, film-induced tourism could become an unpleasant phenomenon with a negative impact on the daily life of a community. The global blow of the tourism industry due to the COVID pandemic is helping to accelerate the rethink of tourism models. The social, cultural, and environmental damage generated by grab-and-go tourism has long been familiar to destination managers, tourists, and travel businesses, which are increasingly ready to promote new kinds of responsible tourism. In this framework, film companies should be included as potential stakeholders in the roundtables about tourism. Nowadays, the existence of film-induced tourism is well documented. It makes sense to exploit it for economic purposes, but its impact should be carefully monitored and oriented in order to make it a real opportunity and not a fake hope or a misfortune for the welfare of a territory and of its community. In this framework, it is important to remind that there is another principle that must be respected, which is the artistic independence of screenwriters, who have to be free in portraying places and creating words. finding a balance between different purposes and goals of different stakeholders is a challenge for the future.